Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Funko Army. This is your first time. Welcome here. Here I keep it real. I talk about real life issues, motherhood, motivation, medicine sometimes, and then things that affect us generally as human beings. And today I would actually be sharing, basically talking about this topic people call women supporting women, you know. And I know that it almost sounds like a cliche, and then, many people just don't even want to hear this concept. They don't even want to hear it, and it's kind of understandable. And so in my last video, I'd done a video talking about, I did an interesting video talking about who should sit in the front of a car, like with a guy. Is it the mother or the wife or like the girlfriend, whoever? And I got a lot of comments and all that. One of the comments I got on that video is about, I'll just read that comment, okay? It says, some women can be so petty. I've never heard a father complaining about who should sit in the front seat. Until women stop seeing each other as competition, these silly arguments will continue. And I kind of thank this person for this comment because it is very, very aptly put, very, very relevant, and that is true. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing a part two of that video. But I kind of digress in it. I go in a different angle this time around. I want to talk about women supporting women. This is a concept that people talk about a lot, a lot. People talk about this, so much. But, genuinely so, some women don't even want to hear about this because they've been so hurt in the past by other women. Even though we kind of talk about this terminology, we feel like we embrace it, but in our actions, it doesn't show like that. It doesn't, our actions do not necessarily depict that we're actually supporting other women, so to say. So, and one of the reasons I would purport for this is the fact that many women have been hurt by other women in the past. And also, but again, this is not an excuse that the fact that someone did something to you in the past should make you form a generalization on how you proceed going forward. And also, this has happened in so many ways. Many people have, they've been gossiped about, they've had this condescending attitude of other women. They've basically been sometimes outrightly disappointed by other women's actions. And so those are things, those are factors that do not necessarily embrace or encourage this concept of women supporting women, as we would say. And then, there are some women that just basically size other women up, and then some people are just sheer wicked. They're just wicked human beings. So now let's dig a little bit deeper into this topic. This topic is very, very sensitive, and I know that many people might come for me, but you know what? I'm ready anyway. That being said, it's just like I said, I keep it real. Try to talk about real life issues that affect us. There are a lot of, a lot of packaged things here and there, but I like to keep these things real. Whatever I feel can benefit my life, whatever I feel can benefit the life of others, or whatever I feel has positively impacted my life and I'd like to share, those are the kind of things, that I basically trip about. Now, like I said, there are some women that, when they come together or when they have an opportunity to associate, connect, affiliate with other women, what do they do mostly? They gossip. They gossip about the lives of other women. And I've seen people do this. And personally, it's not my thing. I don't tend to roll with people who all they do is gossip about other people because that is what small minds do. Small minds talk about other people, great minds talk about ideas. And that is how I roll. Those are my girls. Those are the girls I roll with, girls that have ideas that will change the world. So I don't, gossip is just not great. You talk about someone behind their back. And one thing I believe is backbiters will always be at the back. You say things that are not nice most of the time about someone behind their backs, and then you see them, you smile. Those are the worst. Those are the worst. I like people who are real. They tell it to your face, I don't like you. And you both know that this person does not like me. So you respect the person's courage for telling you this. But the people that I fear the most are the people who will look at you, they'll smile with you, smile at you, whatever, and they kill you behind your back. Those are the worst. Those are the worst set of people. And I don't like that. And many women have, they've experienced this, and because of that, this has made them develop antibodies, as we call it in medicine, or this has made So I was talking about the fact that some women just outrightly have this condescending attitude towards other women, and I give you a true life story. So there was a time I was in a different state. I was, we're living with my family in a different place, and we went to some people's house, and then there was a woman in that house who was like, we're just kind of talking and everything, and this woman looked at me, looked at my finger. I mean, I had on my finger, then I had a sapphire ring. For some reason, I can't find a ring right now. And so I had a sapphire ring on my right hand, my ring finger on my right hand. It was a sapphire ring that I got from my husband gave it to me, I think after our fifth wedding anniversary. And the woman looked at the ring and said, "Oh, well, it's okay, Sha. It's okay." I'm like, wait, first of all, I did not ask for your opinion. I did not ask for your feedback. I did not. It was just so unwarranted. It was just so not necessary, right? But it was the most condescending attitude I've ever seen from an older woman to a younger woman. And that was not very, very encouraging. That was very, very disappointing. Of course, after that, I recalibrated my relationship with that person, and I put that person where they rightfully belonged. And the honest truth is that many women have this kind of attitude, this condescending attitude. You see a woman who has like maybe raised all her children in college and whatever, and the woman sees you and is like, ah, your children are still small. Just wait till they become teenagers. Those kind of things, those are not encouraging things. Those are not attitude that promotes this women supporting women, this slogan we're talking about. So things like that are not very, very helpful to other people, and it needs to stop. Okay? Like, think about that true life story I just gave you. What will make a woman have that kind of mindset to look at another woman and say that about something she's putting on, like a ring? Oh, she was trying to size it up, see like maybe I had like a real sapphire ring, or maybe it was fake, or even if it was fake, even if it was not real, even if it was whatever, it was none of your business. It was not on your finger. It was my husband that gave it to me. So I would have, gone back home and started and create a scene with my husband, like, oh, you know what? One woman was looking at my ring. She was saying, no, maybe it's not kiniko, it's not real, it's whatever. Those are not necessary things. Again, I say, like, that is not how people would hire people with, great mindsets. That's not how they operate. That's not how they roll. Again, things like this do not encourage the slogan women supporting women. You need to truly support other women, not putting them down by the words of your mouth, not castigating them. Not, I mean, not when they do, no, when you can do that to your friends, like if they're doing something wrong, but like just this attitude of breaking other women down, trying to like, bring them down to a lower level, just because you want to make yourself feel good. It is wrong and it needs to stop. People are not doing that anymore. Great women are not doing that anymore. We moved. People are not doing that again. So we need to really, truly embrace this concept of women supporting women in its entirety, in all sincerity. Okay. And then another thing I would say is women sizing other women up. I've been in places where you go to a place and you can tell, you can sense it. Okay, you have some of us have a spirit of discernment. You can just tell, you can tell things that people are not saying. You can read in between the lines, you can read behind their emotions, you can read behind their actions. And so, I mean, I've been in places where instantly when you've been to a so place. I'm talking about the fact that I've been in places where women are sizing you up, and you know that this people are like, oh, looking at you, they're like, oh, what is she wearing? Stuff like that. Personally, when I go to, I'm not a believer of like designer wears and stuff, because I believe that those things do not define me. If you cannot respect me or treat me with dignity as a normal human being, the only time you will give me or accord me any form of respect is when you know who I am, is when you know who my father is when you know how fat my account is when you know my title. If that is the only time you respect me as a human being, then we're not gelling, we're not friends, like we're not rolling together at all. I don't roll with people like that, okay? And that this is not supposed to be. There are so many women who do this. You look at other people, you size them up, you kind of, you just look at them like, oh, who is a father? oh, how much does she have? Who is she? Who does she think she is? Or like, she's not wearing this or whatever. It's not right. It's not nice. There are better things in life. There are so many things we can achieve together if we roll together, if we think about higher things, if we connect and do better, because we have the potential to truly do awesome things together when we collaborate rather than pulling each other down, rather than trying to like make others small. Like, we can do great things together, and that's how it should be. We need to lift each other up, not pull each other down. And the other thing I want to say is share wickedness. Some people just like look at you and they just don't like you. People have said it before. They'll be like, I just don't like that girl. Why? They cannot explain. Why? Maybe you will say, oh, because a spirit irritates your demons or whatever. Like, some people are just sheer wicked. They just look at other people and they just don't like them. Now, those are the ones that need deliverance, honestly. And of course, you should have nothing to do with people like that. But that aside, it's not right. You need to look. Personally, I'm a believer of like, I when I meet someone, I mean, definitely I don't. When I meet someone, and the first question the person is asking me is, "How old am I?" I know that that's a no no. Or the person is like, after like what I do, wants to kind of size me up. Those kind of questions, like when people see you, they just want to size you up so that they can then give you respect based on when they've sized you up. I don't connect with people like that. It's not right. Like, it has happened to me before. Like, I've known I there are so many relationships I never pursue because the first question, there was actually true life story. A girl met me for the first time. The first question that came out of her mouth was, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Wait, okay, so that's it. That's the end of whatever this whatever potential this had. That is the end of it, because you can't meet someone, a girl, a friend, for the first time, and the first question that comes out of your mouth is, "How old are you?" Why are you asking for my age? So you can know, maybe you should call me, you should be condescending, or maybe you should give me some. No, treat people with respect, treat people with dignity, treat people as you would want them to treat you. And then the world will be a better place. Let's just be nice. Let's just genuinely love each other. Let's just genuinely want to see each other win, and then we'll do better. All right. Now, so I wrote down like five things, 5 ways women can actually support each other. One, mentorship and guidance. If you're in a position of authority, you learn it. You have opportunity to, or you have access to some resources, knowledge, or whatever, that you can be a blessing to other women. Then, by all means, share. By all means, provide mentorship. By all means, provide guidance to other women. The fact that you struggle through a situation does not mean you should let other women struggle. You've gone through that situation so that you can lift the hands of other people, lift the heads of other people up, so you can hold some other people by hands so that they don't go through the pain you went through. Okay, that's number one. Number two, celebrate each other's successes. you know Laugh with people that are laughing, cry with those that are crying, celebrate their successes. When they're winning, laugh with them, be genuinely happy for them. Don't don't be jealous of them, because you know that your time to win will definitely come and you'll be celebrated as well. Number three, create inclusive network. Okay, create inclusive network, not a network of just parappa of girls who are like in your social status of, like, people that wear designer like you, and create, have a positive mindset, have an open mind, to just want to know people, to just want to be better, to just want to point to people, to just want to learn from others. Because let me tell you something, no matter how awesome, how amazing a mom or woman you are, there is one woman somewhere who is doing something better than yourself. And that is my attitude in life. There is no one I can learn from. There's no, every time I connect or encounter someone, I look for something in their lives that I can learn, that can be better, that I can learn from, that can make me better. Because I believe no matter how small, no matter how big anyone is in life, I can learn from them. We can learn from each other. And that's how it should be. Create inclusive networks. Number four, advocate for one another. Okay? Advocate for one another. Don't try to make other people small because you want to make yourself look big. Or don't try to make other people small because you want to make yourself look good. It's not nice. It's not good. Okay? Now, true life story. There was a time I had a nanny, and this nanny was messing up, was doing rubbish. And basically, So she somehow connected with some of my friends who used to come to my house and was saying rubbish about me to these girls. And you know what? Those girls came to meet me and they were telling me like, "Oh, because we know this girl, we know Fumi. Fumi is not. This is not who Fumi is. Fumi would not do all those things this nanny is saying." And they advocated for me and they stood up for me, and that meant a lot to me because I was like, "Wow, I really do have friends that are great." All right. That did mean a lot to me. So learn to advocate for one another, speak up for one another, encourage, help other people, lift their hands up, lift their heads up, hold their hands. Number five, provide emotional support. This is very, very crucial. This is very important. Women are going through stuff. They're going through a lot. More often than not, beyond the makeup, beyond the fine face, beyond the pretty dresses, women are going through so much. And you don't know, a word that you can speak can just make that woman fall apart or lift her up or help her see her through that day or help her to go through that season of her life. So provide emotional support in whatever way. Could be a nice word, could just be a warm hug, could just be a text message to that girl, to that lady, to that friend, to that stranger, just a smile, you know, provide emotional support for one another. And that is truly how we get to empower one another. That is how we get to rock. That is how we get to roll. And that's what we will do because we are greater, we are better, we're going to do awesome. All right, guys, till when next I come your way, still live there because indeed life is beautiful. And so now that I've shared this, I feel this is really good. So if you kind of like more videos like this, where I keep it real, share real life issues, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. And share with me in the comment section below, how can women truly support women? What are the things that you'd say that we can do to be better? What has been your experience so far in this journey of women supporting women? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you all in my next video. Take care. Love you. Bye.